Thank you for listening. This is Sherry Andrea. This is episode number 2. Um, I just want to get right into it. In this episode, I just wanted to talk a little bit about experiences that you have. By experiences, I mean things that happen to you as maybe you're just starting to learn Reiki, maybe you're working on psychic development, maybe you've just simply started meditating and doing some chakra work. Um, maybe it's not that much, but you're starting to have some experiences. I'm talking about maybe the experiences are that maybe you started to feel certain things. You feel energy in your body. You see numbers on the clock, 1111, 111, fives, the twos, the fours. Things happen. You're not sure if it means something, doesn't mean anything. Well, let me make sure I say, and this is kind of important. I'm not worried that this will happen to you. I mean, it's not the worst thing, but don't get caught up in it. Meaning, don't focus on these experiences that you're having. Don't let them pull your focus. It's okay to put, a little bit of thought into what went on. It's okay to even get excited about an experience you have, because sometimes, quite frankly, the experiences are wonderful and they have you in awe. And you just can't help but sit there for a few minutes and just ponder them and just be in awe about them. Um, you know, but don't get hung up on them. Same thing with dreams. Don't get hung up on the dreams. If you want to translate it, the dream that you had, go ahead, write down as much as you can remember. Go to a website like dreammoods.com. Translate all the symbols that you have and see what it's telling you. If you don't know what it's telling you, if you can't figure it out, it is not the end of the world. It is not. Dream interpretation is difficult. It takes time to get good at it. So don't worry about not knowing what your dream means and feeling like you need to know. Spirit has an amazing way of making sure they can kind of reach you, get through to you, get that message across to you, what you need to know. If you don't get it in the dream that you had, if you become good at listening to that inner voice, thoughts that just suddenly come to you, they will get their message across to you, and they will keep trying. They won't just send you a dream or try to give you a message some other kind of way and just simply stop and that's it and go. They're not like they're not like, oh, we tried to deliver that one time and she didn't get it, he didn't get it, so we're not going to try anymore. No, that's the thing about spirit. When it's important, and even when it's not all that crucially important, spirit keeps trying to get through to you, to get across to you, until you get it every day, several times a day, trying to get through to you. Spirit doesn't get impatient. Spirit will keep trying. But don't get caught and hung up in the experience. Be willing to let it go and keep working. The reason why I say you don't want to get caught up in the experience also is that sometimes these experiences happen at times, like for example, me. I would get a lot of experiences happening when I was in the middle of saying prayers and decrees, and sometimes it would stop me. There was a time when day after day after day, I had been saying decrees for a while, and I thought I was hearing something in the background in my house. It sounded like somebody was saying the decree along with me. Just a whisper that I could hear. And I would stop. In the middle of saying the decree, I would stop. And I would kind of look around like, okay, I swear I hear somebody saying this decree with me. And I did that 2-3 days in a row before I got to the point where I could get myself to stop doing that and tell myself, okay, stop, because now it's starting to distract you from doing the practice itself. Let it go. Maybe somebody is saying it with you. Maybe spirit is saying it with you. Maybe the angels and ascended masters, someone is saying it with you. Just be happy about that. Let it go and move on. You didn't pick up that there was anything bad going on or that there was anything negative. So it's fine. Keep going. Move on. Um, it's really important that you don't get distracted by not only the experiences, but sometimes these experiences can be so awesome that you'll find yourself wanting a little bit more of that. Sometimes, for example, when you're upset or you're just in a place where you need reassurance, and the angels or the ascended masters, they come and they're close to you, and they give you that loving energy that feels like an energetic hug. It's an energy that feels so warm and wonderful. I can't even describe it. You find yourself thinking, I want some more of that. I think an energy like that can actually be very addictive, to be perfectly honest. And I think that it is easy to get addicted to having experiences. So that's why I'm saying, be careful. You're going to have a lot of wonderful, amazing experiences coming up in the future. They're not going to stop. You know, you don't have to grab a hold of them like you're never going to have any more. You're going to have wonderful experiences. You're going to have amazing experiences. You're going to have experiences that you've never even heard of anyone speak of before. That is going to be just so unique, so awe-inspiring. Don't get hung up on them. There's more of that coming. If you haven't experienced that kind of energetic hug, don't worry. You will. At some point you will. You'll get there and you will. If you have, and you know what I'm talking about, just don't get caught up on it. But know that that's what Spirit can do. Spirit can support you when the people in your life, your family, your friends don't. Because there will be many times in the future when you find yourself like on the verge and going, okay, God, I do this sometimes. Okay, God, I swear, I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry. But, in my mind, I'm going, why does my father have to be like this sometimes? Why does my mother have to be so mean? I can't remember the last time she just said something kind to me. Just something kind or loving or supportive, or said, oh, you did a good job with that, or something. And there are going to be times when you need that spiritual energetic hug, and the experience that you have, it tells you this is what's possible. That when you feel that you can't get it from the world that you're in, it's still there for you. You have to remember that, because sometimes when you allow something to really upset you, it's during those moments that you may dip down for a moment and feel alone. Those are those times when you most need to remember you're never alone. And these experiences are reminders. And I do believe that sometimes the angels and ascended masters give them to you as the reminder, hey, we see you sitting here upset, and I think you're forgetting we're here. We know what you're feeling. You need to be reminded by us that, hey, we're here. We're here, and we got all the love and support you could ever want. So I just want to say, don't get caught up in the experiences, because you want to be able to keep enough focus to keep moving forward. You're going to have a lot of them. It's okay if you want to talk with them, share them with someone, talk with somebody about them, because when you do, that person you're usually guided to share it with, they usually know something about it. Usually, a lot of times when people share their experiences with me, I get that the reason why they were intuitively guided to share them with me is because I know a little something about that type of experience they're having, where I can give them more insight into it. So talk about it if you'd like to, with people, with you know, your spiritual friends, feel free, of course. Talk about it. Share those experiences. That's great. That's awesome. But don't get hung up. If you're in the middle of saying decree, keep saying your decree. If you're in the middle of meditating, now this is really important. If you're in the middle of meditating and you all of a sudden start seeing all kinds of things, feeling all kinds of things, don't focus on it to almost like investigate it. You've got to keep meditating. Don't let it pull your focus away. You need to finish your meditation. I think once you have this experience in this way I'm talking about, you'll more know what I'm talking about. You'll understand what I'm saying. But I'm basically saying, don't get caught up in it. Whatever it is you're doing, you need to keep doing it. If it's meditating, if it's decreeing, praying, keep going. Keep focusing on the work. Don't get sidelined. Well, I hope that was helpful. I thank you for listening to the second episode. Feel free in the comments if you want to ask me a question or say, hey, can you talk about this next time? Or can you answer this question next time? I'd love to do that. If you have questions or something you've always been wondering, please, in the comments, ask the question. I'll be more than happy to answer it. If you're looking for me, you can find me at sherryspeaks.com. You can go there. You can find me for readings, coaching sessions. You can also find attunements, the manuals, the custom certificates. I look forward to next time, and I hope that you're enjoying this. This is only the second episode, really, like the first real one. So I know I can't really expect to get good feedback right now, but I hope you're enjoying it. And I hope you had a great weekend. And tomorrow's Monday. I'll be thinking about you. Namaste.